Today we're going to look at section 1.3, the present tense of ser. But first, in order to use verbs, we need to learn about subject pronouns. A subject pronoun replaces the name or title of a person or thing and acts as the subject of a verb. Subject pronouns in Spanish are as follows. Yo, I, tú, you, familiar, usted, you, formal, it can be abbreviated UD sometimes, UD, él, with an accent mark on the E, he, ella, she, nosotros, we, masculine, or nosotras, we, feminine, vosotros, I prefer to translate it as yo, vosotras, y'all, feminine, ustedes, you all, like a group of people, could be abbreviated UDS, ellos, meaning they, all masculine or could be mixed, and ellas, they, feminine. I prefer to look at it this way, as it helps more. We have yo, as I said, I, tú, you informal, ella, usted, he, she, or you formal. Nosotros could be nosotras, we, vosotros, y'all. Generally speaking, it's an informal usage. Could also be vosotras for a group of women. Ellos, they, men or mixed. Ellas, they, all women. And ustedes, y'all, but a formal version. Do notice that Spanish has two subject pronouns that mean you. We have tú, that you would use when addressing a friend, a family member, a child, or someone that you know. It expresses a familiar relation with someone. Whereas usted is used to address a person with whom you have a more formal or more distant relationship, such as a superior at work, a professor could be, or maybe an older person. It simply shows respect to use usted. And in Mexico and in many parts of Latin America, it's more common to use usted at the very beginning of an interaction, given that you don't know this person and you want to show them a little respect and a bit of distance, perhaps, by saying usted. Or in Spain, in contrast, in some countries in Latin America, tú is more commonly used with people that you don't know, just because it's kind of more informal culture, right? For example, tú eres de Canadá, ¿verdad, David? You're from Canada, right, David? Or usted es la profesora de español. Are you the Spanish professor? The masculine plural forms nosotros, vosotros, and ellos refer to a group of males or a group of males and females. The feminine plural forms nosotras, vosotras, and ellas can refer only to groups made up exclusively of females. We're also going to look today at the present tense of ser. Do know that ser is an irregular verb. Its forms do not follow the regular patterns that most verbs follow. So you need to memorize these forms, which appear in the chart below. We have yo soy, I am, tú eres, you are, él, ella, usted es, it could be you, formal are, or he or she is. Nosotros somos, we are, vosotros sois, y'all are, ustedes, ellos, ellas son, it could be y'all are or they are. I prefer to look at it in this chart as it helps me remember where things are. Yo soy, tú eres, él, ella, usted es, nosotros somos, vosotros sois, ellos, ellas, ustedes son. Some of the uses of ser can be made up with this little acronym right here, Dr. Peg. And I have some examples here. First, it could be una descripción, a description. El español es divertido. Spanish is fun. Ocupación, yo soy profesor. Característica, el profesor es alto. Professor is tall. Tiempo, which we'll learn about in a subsequent lesson, son las 6 de la noche. It's 6 o'clock at night. Origen, or origin, nosotros somos de Texas. Relación, ella es mi mamá. She is my mother. Posesión, el libro es de la estudiante. The book belongs to the student, or literally is of the student, in essence. Eventos, la clase es el miércoles a las 3. The class is on Wednesdays at 3. Generalizaciones, or generalizations, es importante estudiar. About the generalization one, and a few of the other uses of ser, there is no Spanish equivalent of the English subject pronoun it. Generally, it is not expressed in Spanish the way it is in English. Es, at the beginning of a sentence, can mean it is. For example, es un problema, it's a problem. Or es una computadora, it's a computer. Uses of ser. So, just to kind of reiterate here, sometimes we use ser to identify people and things. Por ejemplo, ¿quién es él? Who is he? Es Felipe Díaz Velázquez. He is, or he's Felipe Díaz Velázquez. ¿Qué es? What is it? Es un mapa de España. It's a map of Spain. Ser also expresses possession with the preposition de, meaning of, or sometimes meaning from. There is no Spanish equivalent of the English construction noun with apostrophe s, for example, Maru's, or the students, whatever, Linda Livingstone's house. In its place, Spanish uses noun plus de plus the owner. For example, ¿de quién es? Whose is it? Es el diario de Maru. It's Maru's diary. ¿O de quién son? Whose are they? Son los lápices de la chica. They are the girl's pencils, or quite literally, they are the pencils of the girl. When de is followed by the article el, the two combine to form the contraction del. De does not contract with la, las, or los. It's a very important concept too. Es la computadora del conductor. It's the driver's computer. Or son las maletas del chico. They are the boy's suitcases. Ser also uses the preposition de to express origin. ¿De dónde eres? Yo soy de Wisconsin. ¿De dónde es usted? Yo soy de Cuba. O, otros ejemplos, ¿de dónde es Juan Carlos? Es de Argentina. ¿O de dónde es Maru? Es de Costa Rica. Use ser to express profession or occupation. For example, Don Francisco es conductor. Don Francisco is a driver. O yo soy estudiante. I'm a student. Unlike English, Spanish does not use the indefinite article un or una after ser when referring to professions, unless accompanied by an adjective or other description. For example, Marta es profesora. Marta is a teacher. Marta es una profesora excelente. Marta is an excellent teacher. Just to reiterate once again the uses of ser. We have Dr. Peg, and of course, according to the textbook, there's a few more as well. Maybe they say it in different ways and give better examples. For example, nationality in place of origin. Juan Carlos es argentino. Es de Buenos Aires. Profession or occupation. Adela es agente de viajes. O Francisco es médico. Characteristics of people and things. José y Clara son simpáticos. El clima de Puerto Rico es agradable. Generalizations. Es fabuloso viajar. Es difícil estudiar a la 1 de la mañana. Possession. Es la pluma de Jimena. O son las llaves del señor Díaz. What something is made of. La bicicleta es de metal. O los pasajes son de papel. Time and date. Hoy es martes. Son las 2. Hoy es el 1 de julio. It could also be when and where an event takes place. El partido es en el Estadio Santa Fe. O la conferencia es a las 7.